Namaste students, welcome to your value education class. Today we will know about the admit your mistakes. The pain that follows when trying to preserve a falsehood is much worse than the pain that comes after admitting you made a mistake. Whenever we refuse to acknowledge children the truth, we risk repeating the same mistakes in the future. While we consciously suppress the acknowledging the errors in our ways, we unconsciously know that we are lying to ourselves and this hurts. Admitting our mistakes, not just to ourselves but also to others, not just to ourselves but also to others, can also bring temporary pain. No one likes to being wrong, isn't it, children? Especially when one is engaged in an intense debate or argument. Some may even mock and ridicule us when they point out our mistakes. This may motivate us to cling to the old belief and insist that we are still right in the order and try to maintain the personal integrity. But the real integrity comes from recognizing our imperfect knowledge and moving forward no matter where or how the truth finds us. If knowledge becomes a game, if a knowledge becomes a game of social power and competition where we are more concerned with convincing the people we are right than actually being right, then we are not on a path of knowledge at all. Admitting our mistakes, especially in a calm and collected fashion, can earn us greater respect in long run. It is an attractive quality and it shows that there is more to our individuality than any one narrow pattern of thinking. So we had to be humble to see our mistake, courageous to admit them, and wise enough to correct them. Now let us know about a story about how do we admit our mistakes. Mistakes, children, are the steps of success. This may sound a bit strange, but it is true. If you have failed to achieve success in any endeavor, you should try to analyze the cause of your failure. If you analyze dispassionately, you will be able to pinpoint the causes of your failure. Remember, mistakes form an integral part of success and achievement. One should not feel downcast by the mistakes one makes but should try to learn the lessons from them. In order to examine that went wrong, we should be in the first place to admit our mistakes. We must be able to say, yes, I was wrong. No doubt this is a very difficult. Our pride does not allow us to admit that we are wrong. Most of the time, we try to blame others for our mistakes or make excuses for ourselves. We should have courage enough to own up our mistakes, and while admitting a mistake, we must see that this is not repeated again. Now, let us, I'll tell you a story about it. Now, listen it. Manoj was a very good artist. He made a beautiful painting. He took many days to finish it. He showed his painting to his friend Suraj. Manoj was expecting Suraj to say some words in praise of his painting. But Suraj pointed two or three major flaws in the painting. Manoj did not like this. He lost his temper and spoke rudely to Suraj. When Manoj's anger cooled down, he thought calmly for a while and felt that what Suraj was saying was indeed right. Manoj then apologized to him and said, I am sorry that I lost my temper. I will rectify the mistake you have pointed out. He rectified the mistakes and now his painting looked even more beautiful. Manoj's painting won many awards. Had Manoj admitted his mistakes, had Manoj not admitted his mistakes, he would not have able to create such a beautiful painting. Remember, there is nothing wrong in making mistakes. We all do, isn't it, children? A fool makes the same mistakes twice. The best way to handle a mistake is to children, first one, admit it quickly. Secondly, not dwell on it. Thirdly, learn from it. Fourthly, not assign blame or make excuses. Make your mistakes as a stepping stones to success, children. Realizing your mistake is the best thing in the world because it defines your character and also it shows your love for the other person. Any mistake is forgivable if you admit it. So, children, what did you learn from this story? We all learned that if we want to grow and improve ourselves, we should admit our mistakes. One does not one does not become small. We will not become small if one admits the mistake. No doubt, admitting mistake is very hard for our ego, but for the sake of our perfection, it is a must. So, children, from now onwards, whoever it might be you or me, we make mistakes. When we make mistakes, we had to accept it. So, with this, we finish up with the lesson. We finish up with the lesson accepting the mistake. Thank you, children.